come to you with a heart burdened by grief and rent in twain. Our gods are dead.
And you want to know what happened to my parent?
Yeah, I do.
You got a lot of enemies now, I would imagine.
Yeah, most of Reliquia, I gather.
There are things. But now you have seen this. For what may come, you need to know.
I know there's good in you.
Roll me a persuasion check.
It's a natural 20.
The tiefling Dolly de Winter, Endelia Norinan, the elf radiant Thornbear, dragonborn of Lathi, Kelnis, and the kobold known as I.
I call him a deck of many friends.
Oh my god.
And I reach into my pack and I pull out a spoon.
And I want to reach into the fire and try and read.
Honey, you can't read.
Okay.
That 20 intelligence check, you learn how to
Come
read.
on, Alex, come on.
That one.
Why am I naked?
Dead gods. A siege. We're still alive, aren't we?
I'm on my third name.
Your prince will watch through his many eyes as I burn his web to the ground.
Welcome to Natural Six! Hello, everybody. We are Natural Six. For those of you who don't know, we are a British D&D actual play, baby, and we are immensely excited to be making our not just PAX, but like US, like non actually just one city in England-ish debut here with you. Thank you so much, everyone, for having us. Now, anyone who knows the show would know that normally at this point I say, let's say hi to our heroes, but we are one hero short. We are not just Natural Six tonight, we are Natural Six with advantage, and what an advantage we have. You may know her from, how long have we got? Miss Marvel, from Critical Role, from Dimension 20, from Desi Quest. However you know her, she is Anjali Bhimani!
Hello, darling.
So now I can say, let's say hi to our heroes.
Hello, I, the me, not the character, am Alex Jordan, and I, the me, not the character, am playing I, the character, not the me, the Kobold Rogue.
It's as simple as that, it really is.
Hello, we're sharing a microphone. I'm Eve Wilson, and I'm playing Dolly de Winter, the Tiefling Bard.
Hello, I'm Anjali Bhimani, and I am playing someone. TBA.
Hi, I'm Doug Cockle. I'm playing Kelnis, the Dragonborn Druid.
Hi, I'm Holly, and I'm playing the human fighter, Endelian Rinnan.
Hi, I'm Ben Starr, and I'm
Yeah, he's amazing!
and I'm just me all night. Just you and me, baby. I'm Ben Starr, and I play Radiant Thornbear, the Wood Elf Wizard.
I'm Harry McIntyre. I'm the mountains, I'm the sea, I'm the whole damn world, baby. Shall we play some Dungeons and Dragons? The idea of sitting here through our own credits didn't feel egotistical until here we are now sitting through our own credits.
feel free to pick your nose.
Yeah, like this
make
time's
yourself
just for
comfortable.
you.
Take off your belt, undo your top button, whatever it is.
No.
Okay, don't do that. Sorry, don't do that.
Also, can I just say, every time Aoife and I lean forward, we look like a senator on trial.
Ooh.
Yes.
That looked good.
Sarin, the inland sea, vast, unknowable, unchartable sea. There are those who believe that this sea stretches forever, beyond the Allanite mountains that encircle this land of reliquiae, a realm made by virtuous gods so that mortality might flourish. Some speak in fervent whispers that the currents of Sarin, if surrendered to, carry ships to a far-off land of salt and shadow. Sarin is a sea wreathed in perpetual mist, swirling thick, trapping light and color, masking sound and muffling the far-off, forgotten shape of the shore. The distant glow of the moon and stars above are hidden from view even as they dim and give in to the dawning of the day. The mist swirls across the water's surface, pitching and writhing like a living thing, a shoal of fish, a murmuration of swallows, and the bow of a ship breaks that mist. Its cream-colored sail taut and straining as its tiller guides it through the brine. 6 souls are aboard this vessel. At the helm is an orc, Ghast, straining to peer through the murk. The other 5 souls are our heroes, or something approaching that.
Hey.
Shots fired in an intro that is needlessly metaphorical. You have been sent here by the Web, a shadowy organization on which the desperate call for aid and to which you are bound in servitude until such time as your debt is paid. Those deeds, those deals made in dark places with dark words spoken and dark secrets exchanged have led you here to this ship, approaching the island of Cogra and the harbor town of Hush. Once there, you are to make contact with Palmerston, the harbor master, who will inform you of your mission. Apparently, you were specifically requested. Though, like the Web, the mist reveals little. So you're aboard this boat. Ghast has not enjoyed this journey. It's been about 3 hours since you embarked from a little village called Samphire, not far from Way West on the western edge of the inland sea. Every conversation that you've attempted has been met with grunts and a seeming eagerness to get through the mists and get the hell home. What are you guys doing for these 3 hours on this boat, chums?
I is asking an unnecessary amount of questions.
And each question,
thank you. I really do have a job to do. Thank you.
I goes over to the next nearest piece of rope. And this is...
No, don't touch the rope, don't touch. Roll me a luck check.
Right down the middle, a 10.
Oh, the most fun roll to DM. So with a 10, you haven't done anything particularly disastrous, but you send a drop a series of signal flags, which Ghast seems very keen to roll up. You don't understand what they were, but he has to leave the helm. He's kind of irritated about the whole thing and stuff.
Oh, should never have agreed to take a lizard to an island. It's a ridiculous idea.
I guess my job is to every now and again that he gets told off, it's my job to go collect him, take him by the hand, come and stand with me, and then before I know it, he's run off again.
Can everybody roll me Constitution saving throws, please? The 5 of you?
Too well.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Oh my God.
Yeah!
Speak it, believe it, receive it. How do we do, Wilson? Who, by the way, had to say to me just before we started, by the way, I don't have any paper, I don't have my laptop, I'm playing on my phone, I'm not texting anyone.
Oh, Aoife, I just got a text from you.
A 19. Mm-hmm.
A 19.
A 19.
A nat 1, but it becomes a 4.
No, it doesn't
No, it
matter.
doesn't. No,
Doug.
it
doesn't.
We've been playing
That's
D&D
not how
for
it
2
works.
years
I can't do
together.
that.
You can't keep telling me modifiers on a nat 1.
I got a gentleman's 9.
A gentleman's 9. So initially what happens is you've probably never felt better. You realize you might have land sickness because there is something smoother about the water than you've ever felt on dry land.
Yep.
There's a sort of certainty here that you strive for in your everyday life.
So, I, with full confidence, would like to walk up to the very front and just sort of full-on Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, roll me a performance check. with
I'm actually
advantage.
holding him by his cape.
That's a 17.
That's a 17. You look really, really fantastic. The issue with this is that the mist obscures eye from view completely, and you briefly think he's gone overboard before the mist sort of parts, and you see that he's acting as some kind of weird figurehead. Initially, Radian is struggling with this. You're having a little bit of, you're getting the old 1-2s. You're getting that terrible thing where you start to spit. And over goes Doug, and that's the moment that Radian loses the contents of what... at which, did I say Doug already? Did I already say the actor Doug Cockle, who was always on the boat with us?
And I'm always on the edge.
From that point, it's like a siphon. There's seemingly nothing Kelnis can do. He's in a bad, bad way. But after a few hours, you approach Hush. And the light is grey. It's diffused as if seen through smoke. And though the sun must have risen by now, all you can make out is a glow like the slow beginnings of a fire built with damp wood. And Gast guides the small vessel in towards a jetty, swiftly jumps off, ties off a rope to secure it to the jetty, and then says, "Well, you get your bag off. Get off with you, quick."
I'm going to miss you, Gast.
We'll always have the sea.
The most he said.
I think of those moments that we had on that ship, and they really were meaningful. You know that.
Gast?
Gast, look at me. Don't be scared.
Gast holds a disconcertingly comfortable amount of eye contact with you.
You know, I've in the mist, I didn't notice your eyes.
Everything is dimmed on Sarin.
And yet my heart is.
He reaches forward, places a weirdly wet finger on your lips. You're not sure why it's wet.
I give it a lick.
Yeah, okay.
You've just been sick.
Roll me persuasion with advantage.
Yeah.
That's a 4. with advantage.
As your finger ends, as your tongue ends contact with his finger, he looks at you again without breaking eyes and says, "No, you misjudged this."
I would like to just come along and just take Radian's hand.
Let me off this boat immediately.
Cal, how are you doing?
Kel pushes past everybody, down the dang plank.
God, he's good. An iconic, generational defining voice actor.
Out of my way. Gast, the salted fish is off.
And as you run down the jetty, Kelnis, to relieve yourself of the very last of the... I mean, you ate a lot of salted fish. It seemed like a bold move even at the time. It's now feeling like an even more strange one. As you start to get rid of that all, you realize that you're leaning up against a tower of barrels and scraps of fishing net, and you see a set of really rather good, if a little faded, boots. And your eyes climb the boots and see the individual who is stood there in front of you. Anjali?
So as your eyes slowly move up, what you see are these boots that almost seem like They are, I don't even know how to say this in a sexier way, but they're like those water booties. Like they're weirdly seem like they're accustomed to water as well as land. And as you look up, you continue to see a long coat with a belt around the waist and several weapons hanging from the side of the belt, some rope. You continue up even further, and you see on this beautiful blue navy coat some sort of like a copper orange lapel, and underneath it, you see shiny copper scales. You follow the scales up to a bent-over tricorn hat, which looks up and says, "Hello."
Woof.
We just want to be clear, that was the Doug Cockle that was on the boat?
Yeah. But what does Kelness say?
What does Kel say? Yeah.
Is that a legitimate question?
No, the improv was marvelous. No.
I walk straight up and offers his tiny little claw upward like this and bows his head.
They reach out their hand like this, and you see very finely manicured sort of talons on the end of their fingers.
And I takes his hand back and...
Right.
That's a kobold thing. That's a kobold thing. It's not weird. It's not weird.
I don't think the two are mutually exclusive.
Oh my God, she might be the coolest person I've ever seen in my life.
By this point, Gast has kind of ushered you all off the boat. Radian and Endelian, you're making your way down as well, and you are staring. You're looking at a dragonborn, at this beautiful copper dragonborn, regally dressed, a noble bearing.
Radian immediately runs up to this dragonborn and goes, "Woof." Sorry, I meant what to say is, hi. I'm Radian. I'm the leader of this
Wait,
gang.
hold on. Pardon me?
I said I'm the leader of the gang. Be quiet,
we didn't
Dolly.
discuss this.
Just be quiet. I'm trying to make an impression, okay? Hi, I'm Radian. I'm the leader of this gang. Can we help you?
Help me. I believe I'm here to help you.
Oh. Oh, so you're the person we were meant to... Oh, Dolly's the leader of the group.
Hi, Dolly de Winter.
I see. Are you looking for the harbor master?
I believe we are. Would that be you?
No.
Oh.
That would be someone else. But you can follow me, and I will take you to them.
Appreciate it.
Nice hat. Thank you, darling. Someone who recognizes good taste.
Well, I don't like to tip my own horn, but kind of.
Horns?
Just
I love it.
while we're on our way, do you know anywhere I could get a taco?
Is this a euphemism?
Believe it or not, no.
Two things can be true at once.
Incredible to think people asked for a spy name.
I think you may be in the wrong town for that, darling. By the way, there's a little bit of something on your lip.
Sorry, salted fish.
Why don't all of you who are not native to this island roll me perception checks, please, as you are led down the gangplank and down the jetty and along the edge of the harbor by your new companion.
Another nat 20.
Right.
Shut up!
Okay, it's sort of going to get not fair after a while, so I would ask you to roll worse.
Huck chair.
I mean, I'd also ask you to save them.
Yeah. Also, these ones really... This is scene setting, Jordan, you lunatic. Stop wasting all your nat 20s. What'd you get, Wilson?
14.
14.
Stunned by the beauty he has seen and the salted fish still dribbling from the side of his mouth, Calnus rolls a 12.
Okay, could be worse.
16.
And it is worse. It's an 11.
Okay, so I'll say with a 12, with an 11, what you're kind of just taking in is that it's kind of murky here and kind of grey. This is not a particularly beautiful place, although it's sort of hard to tell with this strange diffused light that casts everything in shades of grey and shadow rather than giving any sense of season or time. The rest of you, what you would see, those with higher, is you get these. It just feels like it's decaying. The planks beneath your feet have seen better days. Everything is splintering. There are these little crooked houses with lights being sort of starting to be lit. A few people taking constitutionals, early mornings, people, hocking up from a long night of coughing from the damp air and spitting directly into the sea. And you're led up a pathway away from the town. Brambles and dark berries lining this path, loose stones that are sent skittering down the track behind you with each footfall disturbing yet more. And you see at the top of this little hill is a lighthouse, though there is no lamp, no light. It seems extinguished. And you are led towards another building, a large stone house at the base of this lighthouse. And it's the antithesis of everything you've seen so far. It looks homely. It looks like it was made by masons of great quality. And it looks as if money has been spent on its maintenance. It has the feeling of a welcoming place of rest. And it's towards this building that you are being led.
Listen, I'm no house expert, but that house looks very well made.
Yes. Yes, it is. And you see a glimmer of something in her eyes that you can't... it seems like her guard may have fallen down for just a second.
Hey, did your guard just fall down just then?
Darling, my guard is nowhere near here. I can take care of myself.
I'm so sorry. We didn't catch your name before.
Thank you for asking. My name is Dasha.
Let's have Endelian and Calnus roll history checks, please.
Nat 20.
You're going to have to change your name.
What'd you get?
Nat 20.
This is how you welcome people to our country.
Thank you, America. You're a beautiful, beautiful place.
What is going on?
You're all related.
Every single damn one of you. The name Dasha, I will say, rings a bell. For both of you. Endelian, yours has come more from study and your time as a youngster. You would have studied names of prominent families and bloodlines. And while Dasha isn't necessarily a name you specifically know the individual, you've seen it come up quite often in dragonborn bloodlines of repute. It's a sort of quite revered name, and it's often given to eldest daughters of particularly prominent households. And Calnus, with your experience, not just of the world at large, but certainly dragonborn life, you identify that very same thing, that Dasha is a name that implies a level of breeding and sophistication.
Well, with a name like that, the dress sense certainly matches.
Thank you. Are you familiar with the etymology of my name?
My dear, I think I am.
What will you call your dear, darling?
Still so much salted fish. So Dasha, you lead them towards this building, and there's this beautiful door with polished brass hinges, a great door knocker in the shape of an anchor.
I grab it, slam it down 3 times.
And there is the kind of noise of activity, and you hear a set of footsteps approach, and they are well-heeled footsteps, good quality soled shoes. They're kind of rat-tat-tat echoing on flagstone floors. And
anything we need to know about this harbor master before they come to the door?
You'll learn everything you need to know as soon as you talk to him.
That sounds ominous.
Trust me, he's not that deep.
The door opens, and Dasha, you would recognize who opens the door. It is this is Needham. It's a tall, angular elf with curly red hair, a very sort of genteel bearing, dressed in this very rich red tailcoat. It has golden brocade detail on it. And as Needham opens the door, he struggles to make eye contact with you, Dasha. Good morning. Good to.
Hello, Needham.
It's a pleasure to see you, Mr. Dasha.
I'm gonna reach my hand out and put it on his arm and say, "It's a pleasure to see you too."
And he looks up and he makes eye contact with you, and he gives a small conciliatory smile, which speaks to his discomfort with this present arrangement. You must be here to see the master.
To see some kind of master, yes.
I shall lead him to you. These are your.
Hello, we're also here.
Oh, hello. Yes, sorry. My name's Needham. I manage the household for Master Palmerston.
Radian goes over to him and does exactly what Dasha just did.
roll me an insights check.
Oh no.
A loser's 6.
A natural 6.
A natural 6!
He really relishes intimate contact from someone who he's just met. It went well, and it was a good choice.
It's good to see you too.
Dasha just looks at him with complete confusion.
I leans around from behind Radian and just goes, "Woof."
Needham is baffled, looks to you, Dasha, for any kind of.
These are the ones.
They're always like this, by the way.
These are the ones he requested.
Specifically. Well, the master knows his own mind. I shall show you to him. He's had a long night. But, never seems to rest. It's like he sleeps with his eyes open. Anyway, do follow me. And he gestures for you to follow him down this corridor. It is a beautiful, everything's beautiful. Tapestries, roaring fires. And he eventually opens up, little knock on a door at the end of a corridor, and you go into a great study. Beautiful bookshelves on the wall, scrolls laid out everywhere, charts of Sarin from various times and all of different cartographers, because no one can agree on how it's laid out. And sat in front of a platter of fruits de mer is a large gentleman, a human. He has slicked back, thinning hair, jet black, a beard that has failed to hide the fact that he's built like a thumb. There is just two perpendicular lines that sort of start at the ears and they just go straight down. He has a beautiful rich brown waistcoat. There's gold buttons that strain against his impressive stomach as he reclines in this chair. And shirt sleeves are rolled up to the elbow, and you see he has a gorgeous little two-pronged silver oyster fork. And he gets a little red wine vinegar, sprinkles a little finely diced shallot, and spoons an oyster into his mouth. Good morning. Dasha, how marvelous to see you.
These are them.
Very good, very good. The web is wide, is that what we say when we welcome those in indentured servitude into our presence? Marvelous to see you. Thank you for coming.
About as deep as a puddle, huh?
My name's Palmerston. I'm the harbor master here. And he sort of pauses as if you should be impressed by that.
You look more like a thumb than I thought you would. I was expecting more of a human-looking person, but you just look a human thumb.
Right.
Sasha just looks down, and the little smirk crosses her face.
Roll me an insight check, Radiant.
13.
Okay, there is a barely perceptible narrowing of the eyes, and he's mid oyster. This little delicate silver fork with this kind of globulous raw oyster dangling centimeters from his mouth, but he locks eyes with you, and there is a toughening. He puts the oyster down and says, "Well, I wonder whether it was that silver tongue which first got you embroiled in your current predicament."
I cast Firebolt. No.
I suppose you want to know why you're here.
What can we help you with?
Well, we've had a bit of trouble with the fishing lanes, you see. I can't imagine you passed much traffic on the sea on your way in from way west. And it's true, you passed nothing. No vessels going towards the shore, no vessels accompanying you on your journey. He explains that there's a ship called the Mistbound, a pirate ship which has been attacking smaller vessels. And it's resulted essentially in Hush having no trade. And he says, I need you to deal with that little problem. There's a captain, calls himself Red Crowley. He's he's in charge of the vessel. I want his head.
Do you mean that in a metaphorical sense? We've had trouble with that before.
No, I do not mean that in a metaphorical sense. I would like it to be removed from his shoulders and brought to me in as large a shell as you can possibly carry. And he sort of gestures with his little oyster fork.
I don't think we can does it with that.
I'm sure you have ways. He moves towards you, and he sort of runs a finger down the side of your face.
As he does so, I looks and studies his thumb, then looks at him and goes,
He says, tell me, have you been aboard a ship before, my small friend?
Yes, I has just had my first experience, and I has to say I is pretty good at it.
Well, hardly surprising, of course, with your background.
I does not understand what this means.
He looks kind of back, he says, they can't drown. They can't drown, can they? Good luck.
What's is a drown?
Gosh, I've never had to explain that to anybody before.
Death by water.
Sounds fun.
No, far from it.
Pretty sure you can, though.
Well, that's why we wanted you see. Good omen. I asked them for one with a kobold, a chapter with a kobold, a little gang. There aren't many of you around, are there?
We is few, but we only needs one.
Yes. Terribly hard to track down.
This is how we likes it.
I'd like to roll, if you allow me,
Absolutely.
roll a perception check to see exactly what this is shady shit. I don't know how to explain it any differently. I'm like, whatever's going on here, I don't like it, and this little guy is little.
Okay. Yep.
Oh God, my glasses. Can't see shit. Oh no, that is not a thing. that is bad. Oh, it's a 10 now, but it was a 4.
He is looking at eye like someone would look at a rare piece of artwork or a rare animal. There is a lack of sort of mortal-to-mortal compassion in the eyes, but you don't detect anything deeply sinister.
She's just staring right at him, and her hand moves to her belt.
And as you start to move your hand towards your belt, his eyes with surprising sharpness and speed move directly to your hand. I think you'll want to hear your involvement, Dasha.
I'm listening.
It's been a long time since you were at sea, wouldn't you say?
It has.
Ready to be back behind the tiller, are we?
Behind the...
I'm offering you a commission. Take these fine people aboard your noble vessel, track down Crowley, and then, as I said, the head of the large shell.
You want me to take them on our ship?
Well, I assume you'd rather take them on yours than anybody else's.
I would.
Then be my guest. Don't say I'm not good to you. And goes back to the oysters.
She looks down. What's the catch?
Well, I suppose the catch is you could be killed.
Also, you have met us, right?
Well, that would be just like an average Tuesday around here, wouldn't it?
There's the adventurer's spirit. Good breeding. And he, Right, well, off you go.
Can I have one of your oysters?
You cannot.
Hear me out.
Do you have any more information for us?
I'm going to challenge you to a thumb war. For one of your oysters, sir.
Roll me persuasion.
Anyone want to use the help action?
Absolutely not.
Like to see how this goes.
I
They
don't want
want
to
to see a thumb war.
Nope. Not encouraging this behavior.
Okay. What was I rolling?
Persuasion.
It's a 15.
Okay. He stands up and walks towards you. This guy is massive. Like, it's not until he stands that you realize that he's like one of the broadest, tallest humans you've ever seen.
May I ask, how did you get so big?
He says, fine living and a lot of thumb wars. And you see this guy's thumb is maybe 3 or 4 times longer than every other digit on his hand. He's got a thumb like a fucking praying mantis. It's like absolutely insane.
Oh, I can't unsee it.
Can you roll me a contested dexterity? You can roll me athletics or acrobatics, actually. At this point, I really, really don't care.
I do want to provide the help action.
Don't help him. Don't help him.
I look over to Dasha and I say, don't worry, I got this.
Never mind, I'm not interested anymore.
Can I do it in the tower?
The tower, in the tower. Okay, let's just imagine we have a musical sting for this.
Deeply cursed.
This is cursed as hell. This
Deeply cursed. It's
Dun,
the
dun,
skull.
dun.
For the thumb war. Athletics.
Or acrobatics.
You are famous for.
I am. 16.
You make a good start. You've thumb warred before. You engage it in a sort of much like a chess player. There are set sort of defenses. There are these dances that one goes through. It's almost like watching a great artist at work. The thumb darts back and forth, urging Palmerston to attack so that you can riposte, counter, and then this great fucking thumb slams down on yours. It is immovable. It is like a neutron star. It is dense and powerful and terrible. He rolled an 18.
And I look at him and say, I respect you, giant thumb man.
1, 2, 3, 4. I win the thumb war. And he gestures for you to leave his presence.
Can I request a sleight of hand check to have nicked one of the oysters while he was distracted?
Oh yeah, with advantage. That's hella fun. Yeah.
It is a 4, but
With advantage.
but with advantage, yep.
Oh, wow.
But I get to turn that into a 10.
Yeah.
And then I get to add my plus 11, so it's a 21.
You get 1 oyster. Yeah.
I puts it in my pocket.
Your pocket is immediately the wettest it's ever been.
God.
So he gestures for you to leave, and Needham shows you to the door and gives, again, a little conciliatory smile to you, Dash, and he says, I'm glad for the chance you have to be out on the water again. The sea never forgets.
Thank you, Needham. You need not worry about anything. You know that.
I need him not. I didn't like it much either, to be honest.
Look, they can't all be winners. We love you anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Dashi, you lead the gang down to where your ship is in dry dock, and it's been a while since this vessel was afloat, and in the months or perhaps even years since you last felt the thrill of the sea. You've had these great tarpaulins stretched across the deck, hoping to shield the timbers and the weaponry from decay, as well as preventing gulls and any other vermin from nesting within it.
Hello, old friend.
And you watch as she peels back these tarpaulins, and I mean, what does it look like? What's it like, this ship?
So, it is very clearly a ship that belonged to a family with loads of money. It's gorgeous. The carving on it, the art carved in the wood, the wood itself, everything about it, it just looks regal, except there is the decay of disuse. You know, there are definitely barnacles on parts of the boat. There's even a little bit of, like, you can see mold on the sides. And she still runs her hands across it like it is the finest rosewood piano, like it is the most beautiful thing you have ever seen. Yeah. And
what you see on deck, chums, is essentially there are sort of some different positions you can take as we prepare to get this boat back in the water and then head out into Sarin. There are 2 harpoon guns, one on either side, and there are these other sort of ballistas which look to have these chains loaded in them, and these are for the purposes of demasting, taking down rigging, and then there is a little crow's nest which offers a vantage point from the top of the deck. Where would people like to position themselves on this boat? And of course, there is the glamour position of taking the tiller.
I go in search of the galley.
Fantastic, thank you. Great. Roll me an investigation check. 9. Anything that would have been of use and anything that would have been edible has long since decayed. Not to a point where not even you would think it was edible and delicious.
Damn.
She's been on her own for a very long time.
The boat, or are you referring to yourself?
The boat. Do I look like someone who is alone for a very long time?
Kel, don't answer that.
It's a trap.
Kel, don't answer that.
No.
Thank
Is that right? Is that the right answer?
It was a 50-50, Kel.
So you make ready.
Yes. So I make ready, and did you want to say something?
Well, I was just going to say, in this conversation, I has gone up to the tiller, and he is struggling to see if he could see over.
Yeah.
You could see through the gaps in the sort of the spokes, but you realize that as soon as it started moving, you would essentially be watching a very bad flick book and sort of seeing one in every 3 relevant, if you like, frames of the sea ahead.
Okay. I think maybe this one is not for me.
Would you like to have a better vantage point, my friend?
I likes the way you thinks.
Up you go.
He's already on the way.
And he really is. So quickly, like you would not believe. I mean,
I click my boots.
oh, you click your boots of speed to double
speed to double my speed. And by the time you are halfway through your sentence, I am already flying.
There's something like delight, but you can't, like, this does not, she's a little bit of a sourpuss. So, like, but there's something like delight that passes across her face, like, this is, he feels like a little kid. I love this energy.
And as his voice gets quieter up the rigging, you hear,
He really did. Looks like a thumb.
and you set sail.
One last thing, you did, as you all boarded the boat, you did see some writing in a language that you may or may not be able to read, depending on what languages you can read. But it seems to be in kind of slightly worn copper paint.
What language would this...
It would be in Draconic.
Okay, so does anyone other than Kel... because I can't read.
I can't read.
Does anyone other than Kel speak Draconic?
No.
No.
So for Kel's benefit, what does it say?
It says the darkness.
I just got a chill down my spine, and I don't know why.
I have that effect on people.
Okay, so you push off. And you set sail. You use oars at first to edge yourselves away from the jetty and into the harbor, and then as you near the open water, Dasha gives the order to unfurl the sails.
And right before she does that, apologies to your ears, you hear her do this. And you hear some splashes next to the boat.
Yes, Alex, yes.
What was that?
Excuse me.
What was that?
Just calling my friend.
Your friend?
Yeah.
Roll perception, Dolly.
Oh, no, it's a 9.
Here's the thing, like, I don't think that they are particularly trying to hide. So what you do see, you don't see any, like when you look over the water, you don't necessarily see anything completely, but you see little bursts of gray skin swimming alongside the boat.
The thumb is in the water. Can anyone else see that there's a thumb in the water? Stand back. Get on the harpoon, we're catching it.
This is Fury.
It's what?
Fury. They'll be coming along with us. Won't you, friend?
So
wow,
with,
Palmerston, it looks like Hank's got some competition.
With Fury dipping in and out of the water next to you, the sails are unfurled, and you pass by the edge of the cove, and the canvas strains in the wind, and it carries you away from Segra, away from Hush, and into the mists. How are you going to go about finding this boat?
That's a great question. Can I make some kind of a check? Because I've been around for a long enough time in Hush, and I definitely know of this boat, I'm assuming,
absolutely.
This story about what's happening to people.
Why don't you roll me history with advantage?
I have 900 dice and I can't see it. I can't see any of them, it's so dark. All right. Oh no, that was cocked though.
Yeah, that was cocked, so that doesn't count. And also, you have advantage.
Nope,
oh my
nope.
That one would have counted.
In fact,
Can we do that? Can we just keep rolling?
I don't like it
Let's
anymore.
keep going. This is weird.
Oh, it's cocked. Oh, no, that
We
was
get
no,
it,
no.
she's new, but come on.
What was this check?
It is history.
Okay, it's a 14.
14. So you would know that the Mistbound tends to prey on vessels which are either small or seem in some way vulnerable. It would be unusual for them to attack a sort of a fully manned vessel with some kind of genuine capability to defend itself.
This boat, these pirates, they've been terrorizing my people for a very long time. I suspect the harbor master knew what he was doing when he sent me.
What do you mean?
I believe we are bait, my friends.
Oh. Well, you've been bait before.
Have you?
Oh, too many times to count. This boat, though, it looks like it's seen better days.
She has. This boat belongs to my family.
You seem like someone who enjoys the water. Why haven't you taken it out in a while?
The harbor master has ousted me, shall we say.
Oh.
Taken over my home. Taken over my life.
Want us to take his head instead?
Why, yes. Yes, my dear, I do.
Let's turn this boat around. We're killing the thumb.
Well, now perhaps we have 3 heads. No, just 2. Never mind. I thought it was something clever to say. They can all be winners!
Ai, can you roll me a perception check with advantage from the top of this crow's nest?
As I do this, you hear from up in the ring, adding to the overall sense of, capability, you hear,
I know I said I was good at this, but I doesn't has any idea what I's meant to be doing up here.
Looking.
It's a 10.
With advantage?
Oh, with advantage?
It's a 19.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Actually, hold on. Now I thinks I get it.
He's a quick study. What you see is you start to dip out into the water and the mists are swirling and land is far away. And you see a shape on the horizon. It's a boat, you realize, but its sails are tattered.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that its rigging is torn, and rather than moving with purpose, either towards you or away from you, instead, it's just undulating with the tide, moved by each wave, and you can't see anyone moving on its deck.
I sees another boat, and I don't knows how else to say this than I is just going to use a word that Kelnis has taught me. Look shit.
I'm gonna pull out a spyglass.
Yep.
And take a look. Is this a boat that I recognize?
Roll me perception.
Do better. Nope. Nice try, baby.
You realize with horror that this spyglass is cracked. It's been a long time since you opened it. You remember the moment when you were given it. You remember the responsibility that it felt like. And what you're looking at is like a kaleidoscope of distorted images, too disparate and fractured to understand.
Yes?
Can you describe, are there any markings on the sails? Is there a flag? Is there anything?
Let me tell you what my cobalt eyes see.
What do I see?
Well, with a 19, I would say that you've seen that this is it's a boat that had once been painted white, but the paint is kind of tattered and flaking away, and it looks like it was, although the sails are torn, there is a sky blue flag flying from the bow of the ship.
There is some things at the back is like the color of the sky.
Yes, so you would recognize that that's a fishing vessel. That a blue flag means it's a fishing vessel.
I gently put the spyglass back in my pack. These were innocents. These were innocents, and this is... this must be the doings of the Mistbound.
Yeah.
Likely to be any survivors?
And breaking the surface of the water, you see a a dolphin. With that little smile that dolphins do. And as she talks to it, it swims away. I would like for Fury to kind of head over, do a circle, and then tell me what they see.
Yep, absolutely. Can you roll me a perception for Fury?
Can someone else do it again? My cool character's rolling so shit. That fell out of my hand, but it's still an 8. And it's plus something awesome.
Yeah.
Because it has my perception, right? So
Yes.
it is 14.
It's a 14. So off Fury goes, and you see this dolphin breaking the surface of the water, and it kind of circumnavigates the ship and then skips back through the water, and you hear a which is the same.
done.
Thank you very much.
I'm sorry,
Thanks
Harry.
very much.
Very impressed.
Harry, what did we hear?
We hear. Well, okay, mine was more like a record scratch. It was like a.
We hear a
which is
slightly
fun.
asthmatic dolphin.
We can all do weird stuff. What you understand this to mean from Fury is that there is a dwarf that looks to be more alive than the rest of them, is what Fury says.
Okay. Full disclosure, I don't know much about boats, all right? So, but if there is somewhere that I can, like a rope ladder or something else, great.
Absolutely.
So without even thinking about it, you see her kind of fly over the side of the ship, go down on the ropes, and what you may not have noticed from before on Fury is that there's a sort of harness on Fury's, like wrapped around Fury, and she hops on and doesn't so much ride them like a horse as water skis.
Amazing, amazing. Should I ask you to make an animal handling check? Probably. I don't care, and you've not been rolling well enough for me to do it.
Thank you.
So
It's my baby.
it's your baby.
They're not gonna knock me
They're
off. They're gonna
symbiotic.
catch me.
So you start to skip on Fury's back closer and closer. By this point, you've managed to bring the darkness very close to the edge. So I will say that everyone can have a little look over. You can also choose to try and chuck a rope across and join Dasha as she heads over to this boat, if you so wish. I will need at least one of you to
How
stay.
far
Literally
is
the
the boat?
coolest person I've ever seen. Absolutely going.
How far is
Rolls
the boat?
like shit.
The boat is, but you get to a point where it's sort of 20 feet between the boat.
You know.
No, it's 15 feet.
Yeah. No. I'm just gonna misty step all the way over, baby.
Yeah, great. So you misty step across, and Dolly also heads across. And Dasha, you're the first one up there, and you see this scene which is just of destruction. Nets have been torn, sails have been slashed, and there are the bodies of 2 fishermen in this boat, and then a dwarf that is clinging to life, but barely.
I run to them and take their head gently in my hands. Do I know this dwarf?
This is a dwarf that calls himself Bulldog. He is like a big drinker, big storyteller, big personality in the local taverns.
Bulldog, what happened?
He says, through cracked lips, you can see that he's been alone for a long time and struggling to stay alive. He says, I came out of nowhere. They took Dario. And you would know that Dario is a tiefling. The rest of us, they left for dead.
Would Dario, do I see any other tieflings around?
No,
Is this,
you don't.
That's a specific piece of information.
Yeah, that's a
Okay,
specific
good.
piece of information.
I take whatever canteen or anything that I have on me and start to pour that in his mouth. And who came over?
I did.
I did.
I look pleadingly at both of you. Do you have anything?
I'm going to step forward and cast Healing Word.
Okay. The color starts to return to Dario a little. How much does he regain?
Let's find out.
This is to Bulldog, yes?
Oh, sorry, to Bulldog. I do
Okay.
apologize.
No, it's
You're
all
quite right.
So that is 7, 10, 12 plus 4, 16.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of a commoner. He's a fisherman, so that gets him right back up.
He's actually fitter than before.
actually-
He's incredible. He's been at the gym.
Bulldog's never looked so good. He kind of feels guilty to be so alive around so much death, and that's something that he's got a lot of. He looks great, but he has a ton of survivor's guilt real quick. He says, "Oh, thank you. They came. It was the Mistbound. We were hauling in the nets. It was dark. We didn't see it until they were upon us. Crowley.
Other than Dario, was there anything else they took?
They wanted Dario. One of them shouted, 'Take the horned one.'"
Don't look at me, but...
I am looking at you. I'm absolutely looking at you.
Why is no one looking at me?
You want it too badly, darling. You have to play a little hard to get.
Level with me. What do I have to do to get you to look at me?
You get used to it, don't worry about
She just looks away. It's exactly that.
Hey,
exactly
Bulldog, Bulldog.
Bulldog looks at you, unblinking.
You look great, Bulldog.
Hello? You are a strange. All my friends are dead. This is. You're making this so much about you, and all my friends are dead, apart from a friend who was stolen.
Bulldog, has anyone ever told you you're a real glass half empty kind of guy? Listen, hear me out. Your friends are dead, but you are looking, dare I say, better than ever.
You have no frame of reference for that.
Bulldog, can you make it to the other ship? Can you make it to the darkness?
Yes, I think I can, but would I not be best trying to get this? And he gestures to his boat.
Does it look remotely
It looks like he could row it back. He could
Okay.
row it back just about. It's a small ship. I mean, the fact that there are 3 of you on deck, it's kind of at 4 of you on deck. It's kind of at
it's
capacity.
tiny.
It's a tiny little thing. Yeah. So
yeah.
it's not a great big frigate that they've.
All right.
This boat is a lot smaller than I thought it was originally. Went from far away, I was like, that's a big boat. Now I'm here, I'm like, wow.
You can't really say that to his face. He's had a bad day.
Oh, thanks. Well, I don't see you having a bigger boat. And turns and sees this extraordinary boat.
I've been trying to say it to his face, but everyone keeps looking away from me. You literally all have your backs to me right now.
Bulldog, you're right. If you feel capable enough to take it back, get yourself home. Tell the others. Tell them we'll find them and we'll kill them.
I will.
Not them.
No, the ones you mean to kill,
yes,
not the ones.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I keep trying to say very cool things. Somehow I have to qualify.
And he nods and he starts to sort of prepare the oars in order to make his way back to Hush.
If I have any rations or anything that I can possibly
Yeah,
give him,
absolutely.
I'd
I
like
would
to
say
hand over.
you can give him a little something to sustain himself. It'll probably take him 5 or 6 hours to row back, so he's grateful for anything you can give him.
I've been standing on the deck of our ship, watching all of this, and I just turn to Endelian and I say, "Is that yet another Scottish dwarf?"
The idea of Scottish in Reliquiae is quite an interesting concept, Kelnis.
It's just, you know.
Something to think about, isn't it?
Vocal range for vocal range. Let's do it. And you get yourselves back onto the ship, and then Bulldog starts to sort of gives you a little salute, and then starts to row back into the mist. Can you roll me another perception check with advantage from the top of this crow's nest?
18.
18. You see something change in the mists. It's like a thickening of the mist. It's like a violence in its movement, and it looks like it's coming towards you.
I feels uneasy about something.
You're going to need to be more specific.
Is very hard to be, is more of a general feeling.
Do you see something?
I does.
What is it?
Looks over there.
Roll perception for me.
Oh no. I'm so much cooler
I can't save you from rolls. I wish I could.
know.
Everyone else can roll some perception as well.
Yep. Oh my fucking God. Sorry if there are children in the audience. I'll put some money in the curse jar. That was a natural one.
That was a natural
Nat one.
Okay.
Are you sure you know how to sail this boat?
Endelian, what'd you get?
18.
18. Radian?
11.
Kel?
I've been paying attention, man. I got a nat 20.
Whoa! Can you beat that, Wilson?
At 2.
A 2. Okay.
I've just been giving you all my luck for the day because I wanted to welcome you here. That's why.
With a nat 20, you know for certainty, Kel, that this is a storm heading towards you. This is a storm, and this is a big storm. And Dasha, you've sailed these seas for most of, if not all of your life, and it's a capricious sea. It's unpredictable, and you realize too late that Sarin has conspired to surprise you once again. The storm is upon you. But I will say that with Calnus's nat 20, this storm, you have just about enough time to skirt towards the edge of it, which means it will not have as many rounds of impact on you as it might have otherwise. Here is how this is going to work.
Oh, no.
I am going to roll. Okay, you are going to do 3 rounds of this storm. If this storm goes very, very badly, it can damage or immobilize your ship. I would like somebody to roll me a D6.
Not it.
Go on. I'll do it. 4.
Okay, so there is, as this great swirl of mist hoves into view, there is a sudden squall in it. Whoever is at the tiller, which I'm going to assume is Dasha, can you make me a wisdom saving throw? And you can add your proficiency if you're not proficient, because I'm going to say you've been on the sea an awfully long time.
Okay, but all that together is a 13.
Okay, a 13. A 13 just passes.
What are you...
Anjali.
Why, babies? Why?
Anjali, we invite you on our show.
Why do you think you're rolling all your nat 20s, Ben Starr?
We are trying to give these guys a nice time, and you are screwing everything up for all of us.
It's just not.
Baby,
going well.
conflict is good storytelling. I'm just saying.
So what you see is you see that Dasha recognizes that this squall is coming, and just in time she wrenches at the tiller and tries to steer the ship in a direction that will take it sort of out of the eye of this storm. Can I have everyone roll me dexterity saving throws with advantage? Other than I, you have disadvantage on the from the crow's nest, but essentially you can just roll it flat.
I do also have at level 7 rogue any dex saving throw. Let me get to it.
How's everyone else doing while we find this out?
18.
18 passes.
18
passes.
19.
19 passes.
13.
13 passes. 14 passes.
This is actually, since we...
Here we go.
What is it, Alex?
What's the number, Alex? Just tell us the number. Normal land, Alex.
Normal land.
Any dex saving throw, if it's damage, any dex saving throw, I only take half.
What's the number on the die, Alex?
What's the number on the die, Alex?
11.
You're knocked prone. Great. There was no damage.
Listen, it's the first time since we've leveled up I've had the need to use this, so I wanted to figure it out.
Let's have another D6 rolled by somebody else who is not Endelian.
I'll get 6.
6. Okay.
We don't know what it means.
This big fog cloud surges in, and you see something from your prone position, eye, hitting the water like stones. And as it reaches the bow, that's the front of a ship, right? The bow of the ship. You see this slamming. It's like rocks, and you realize it's huge hailstones.
In a good way, right? Good hail.
Oh, in a fantastic way. Can everyone roll me Constitution saving throws, please? Your disadvantage, your prone isn't going to make any difference on this one. What do we get, Kelnis?
A 6.
A 6. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's a fail. What do we got in Delian?
14?
A 14 passes.
I told you it was good hail, a natural 20.
A natural 20.
The hail
You're welcome.
healed me.
I'm going to say you can roll your next whatever save with advantage. What do we get from
14.
Dasha? A 14 just passes.
The dirtiest of 20.
The dirtiest of 20s.
A gentleman's 10.
A gentleman's 10 is a fail. If you...
He's just up in this little nest by himself. Having a horrible
You
time,
just hear
quite
from up
frankly.
there, ow, ow.
The tiniest.
Everyone who failed, I'd like you to take 13 points of bludgeoning damage. That is halved to 6 if you passed. I'd like another d6 from someone new, please.
I'll do it. 5.
5. Okay.
No.
Absolutely
No, let's do it. Let's see how it goes.
No, let's not. Let's change it.
This
rolling.
bolt of lightning slams into the deck. Can I get con saves from everyone? You can make yours with advantage, Radiant, after your nat 20. Oh, everyone who failed that previous one is knocked prone. I'm so sorry. What do we get, Kel?
Natural 20.
This is absurd.
Wow. No one
Whatever
yins
you
and
roll
yangs
next,
as
you have
hard
advantage on.
as Doug.
What do we get?
I actually got a 16.
Passes.
Natural 20.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my God!
I say this with my whole chest. Fuck this storm. Right? Like...
Question.
Yes.
Does the lightning hit the deck, or are we potentially taking the effect of
You will
lightning?
potentially be taking the effect.
Excellent. Okay, so it's a 14.
It's a 14 which passes.
Great, never mind.
What do we get?
A sensible 10.
A sensible 10 is a sensible fail.
I getting absolutely hammered by the by the hail.
Railed by hail.
Rolls a nat 1.
I will have 60. That is 11 points of lightning damage to those of you who failed. That is 5 points of lightning damage to those of you who passed.
I have lightning.
Do you remember when you rolled a nat 20 and found a nice house?
I have damage.
You have resistance, so we'll halve that again, rounded down to 2. But congratulations, loves. You are out of the storm.
But at what cost?
Yay.
Yeah.
He's a little charred.
You get into a kind of area of clearer water. The squall subsides, the hail passes on. You see those forks of lightning play out in the distance, the mist illuminated, almost like there are bursts of fire, this sheet of sudden yellow, and then it's back into the grey, and there is a moment of calm and a moment to strategize or reflect.
Right overboard.
We may be in the eye of the storm, but something doesn't feel right about this one.
So far, sailing for you hasn't felt right at all.
She's casting aspersions on your ability to sail.
On my ability to sail, my darling? Would you like to do it yourself?
I might even be doing a better job.
Wonderful.
Thumb war. May I suggest a thumb war to see who becomes the captain?
I can understand your arrogance. You haven't been in this town for very long. You haven't seen what we've been through. You haven't seen what this boat has been through. And you certainly haven't seen what I have been through.
I still can't see what you can do.
I'm going to slap her.
Yeah. I think that's more than fair. The girls
are fighting.
Can you make me just a melee attack, please? Just dex. Just add your dex.
Okay.
I offer the help action.
I will throw your body
You have been given
overboard.
a help action.
Plus 14
You can roll
plus...
roll with help.
Oh, roll with help?
Yeah, roll with advantage.
Wait, you could hang on a second.
You see that behind you, Radiant goes down on all fours, like ready to tabletop.
Go.
It's a 16.
It's a
but
16.
Also, an unarmed strike, I also get a +5.
So that's a 21 to hit.
I mean, it obviously hits.
Yeah, give us 1d4. 1d4 with your strength modifier, I believe, is how we do.
Okay.
Can I have one next, please?
Can I have... Oh, a 4.
It's a 4.
Oh, no, actually,
plus-
sorry, it would, yeah.
With my strength modifier?
Sure, no, that's insane. No, it's a 6? Wow, you're beefy. Yeah, I mean, yeah, 6 points of bludgeoning damage, I'm afraid, to Endelian.
She goes down.
PvP, baby, it's how every live show should go down, especially when you have a guest.
She's down. I've seen her HP. She's down.
I'm not you.
That 6
I'm not
knocks
you.
her out cold, and we leave her.
I assure you, you need me.
I am baffled. What the hell? How are you guys going to move forward?
Anyway.
I slap her and I walk away.
Roll me perception as you move away to...
Maybe a chunky one will be nice.
Yeah, go on, see if you can actually see anything.
What'd you say?
Whoa.
She just hit me!
Because you provoked her! Because, like, more than I've ever seen any of you provoke anyone!
And Dalian, I like you as a friend, but maybe don't anger the person whose boat we're standing on.
It's a 16.
It's a 16. There is a shape. There is a shape somewhere in the mist. Could be a boat. Could be the edge of land. Could be a great rock. Hard to tell.
No, I know. Now you'll see what I can do.
Let's have a look.
I'm going to step as far over on the bow as I possibly can. Is there anything more that I can do to increase this perception? You also see her eyes start to glow yellow.
Oh, well, in that case, roll with advantage, because that's metal as hell. Which is a homebrew rule. We have metal as hell.
It was a 17, but it was cocked. Okay, so 16 plus perception, did we say?
Yes.
6 is 22.
22. You see a ship. A ship of red sails and dark wood. And as you try to focus on it, it emerges from the mist like a blood-stained blade, like an omen of death itself. And you see the more it emerges from the mist, and at this point you all see that this ship bristles with activity. And at the helm is a copper dragonborn with a tricorn hat and a blood red coat.
Friend of yours?
The fury in her eyes is so palpable, and you can also see like she's beginning to tear up and bristle, and you can almost feel electricity coming off of her. No, not a friend. Family.
And as you look over, you see that at the side of this boat, there are gangs of pirates who are preparing grappling hooks. I would like everybody to roll initiative. Right, I've got a bit to handle here. We have got, anyone got higher than a 20?
Please.
Nat 20.
Oh, baby!
We yin and we yang.
How many have we gotten?
So we will go I. Anyone get higher than a 15?
Sorry, I got a 23.
Higher than a
Not
15?
sorry.
I got an 18.
18. Oh, very nice. Very
I got
nice indeed.
Straight 15.
Straight 15.
I got a 17.
Oh my goodness, you're doing
Yeah.
marvelously.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you and
Thank you,
glad
everyone.
for me. I'm glad for us all.
I'm 13.
And a 13. Okay. Cool. That is Cal. And then...
Cal is
there we go.
I'd like to roll investigation and see if my family are also on board. I don't know, is this a ship that's just taking our family places? I don't know, what's the vibe here?
Roll me, roll me a raw luck check, baby.
It's a nat 1. My family are on board.
Every single man, Jack.
Mother, father, brother, there you are. Wow.
Everyone I've ever loved became a pirate in the time it took me to make 1 3-hour journey.
I put my arm around Dasher and I go, I know exactly how you feel.
Okay. That is your turn. Here's what you see. On the near side, on the nearest side, which is the, you're kind of looking over the starboard bow, and on the opposite side of this kind of gap between your ships, which is rapidly closing. It's currently at 40 feet, but closing all the time. There are 2 groups of pirates which have these grappling hooks. 4 of them, clustered together. One taking the lead and looking to throw this grappling hook. There are 2 other clusters of pirates that have manned what look to be small sort of siege weapons, almost like catapults. And then in the center of the deck, giving instructions, is a great yellow-skinned orc, gauged out earlobes, shaved head, long black ponytail, and then there is the dragonborn at the helm.
Okay. The one who is just about to throw, I would like to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Allow me to make a save. What is the save?
13.
What is the ability with which I make the save? Wisdom or Constitution?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. That is an 11. Becomes an 11.
I'm sorry, didn't mean to clap right into them.
Yeah, no, please. So describe it. Tell us what happens.
So this pirate is looking mean, okay? He's looking so grizzled and he is gnarled. Muscles are sort of, rippling as he's throwing this thing.
Describe these muscles more, please, Alex. For the audience, they really want to know how...
The vascularity is impressive. The vascularity would make a nurse go, nice.
That would make a nurse go nice.
I love it.
And just as he's about to throw it, he looks up and sees this kobold looking over the top with smoke coming off it, singed, like totally singed.
Oh, yeah,
and he looks up and just goes,
and I'm going to say with that this sort of little, it seems to be sort of contagious, and so the first of them laughs, and then they all start laughing. It's like there's this weird sort of pack mentality. That's very funny. That is actually very funny. That is Dolly's turn. It's one incapacitated group who were about to throw. Now no longer. There's another group throwing. There's 2 on the catapults, 1 in the middle, 1 at the helm.
So the second group, how close together are they all?
40, well, sorry, what do you mean? The group?
Yeah.
We're treating them as 1 target.
Okay, all right. 40 feet away, you say?
Yeah, 40 feet.
Cast and shatter.
Oh!
Right,
Con save?
Yes,
Or with save?
that is a con save, yeah.
Con save.
Aoife,
Yes.
we're
No,
also
I'm not saying
we're
it.
at sea.
I'm not
Do
saying
it.
Yeah.
Do it, Aoife. Aoife.
Me cast, me shatter. That is, I'm afraid, a 22.
Boo. I'll still take half damage, so I'm just going to roll that real quick.
I will allow you to roll that, and we will move down the order as you're dealing that damage to Endelion.
I'm incredibly excited by the harpoons.
Okay.
Incredibly excited.
Okay, so here's how the harpoons work. You add, it's essentially a dex plus your dex to hit, but you have martial weapon proficiency, so it'll allow you to add your proficiency. It has a range of 50 feet. You can target, it has a range of 100 feet. It has disadvantage on a small or smaller creature, but these are counted as clusters of sort of large things. You can make the attack. It will take another action to reload this, just so you know.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm going to aim at one of those clusters then.
Aim at the incapacitated cluster, or aim at the other cluster?
Let's go to the other cluster.
Very nice.
And I'm going to use heroic inspiration. It's fine. It's not that good. Okay, that's a 16.
That's a 16. Yes, that hits.
Good.
Can you roll me, these are big things, can you roll me 6d8 of piercing damage?
I
and what did we
absolutely
get?
can.
18, so halved to 9.
18 halved to 9. Okay, great. Very
Because
nice.
I so rarely do damage. This is very exciting for me. How many was it again? 6.
6d8. So that was 9 damage taken from this cluster, first cluster with Shatter.
6, 5.
Ooh.
Plus another 6. So that is 3 6s and a 5. Someone do the maths.
3 6s and a 5 is 23, right?
23 then.
Thank you.
One person did the math.
Yeah.
There's so many of you and only one person did the math. You're so lazy. We're bringing you on a journey here. We built a world.
It's really reassuring to know it's not me.
It means that in a room of this many people, I'm one of the better ones at math.
Yeah.
Didn't think this was... Is it because I called it maths rather than math? Is that what threw everybody?
Yeah, this is what it's about.
Mathematics.
That is he at the tiller's turn. And he calls out and he says, Dasha, good to see you. And he smiles, and you see as he smiles, he already has sharp teeth, but he's filed them down to points and he's rubbed something in them to make them appear red. He is going to reach out to hit you with a... Well, he's gonna take a couple of shots with a hand crossbow at you, Dasha. The first one is a 3, but don't worry, because the next one is a natural 6, which becomes, because he's quite good at Dungeons and Dragons, a 15.
How close am I to Dasha?
Miss.
It misses. Okay.
Sorry, what was it?
I was about to ask how close I am to you.
Not very right now.
Yeah. Emotionally, you've never been further apart.
Couldn't be further away.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Emotion and physical closeness are two very different
things.
But it's a miss.
He fires a couple of bolts and they sweep over your head. You feel the wind of them. One almost threatens to kind of catch in your hair as it just misses. But you, as you look back up, you see as his eyes are locked on yours, a smile, a wry smile, this red smeared across his teeth.
Yeah, she's fuming. It's like smoke is coming out of her ears, and the electricity you feel coming off her, like it's starting to be palpable further out from her.
That would be the lightning.
Would be that. I'm still not. I'm nowhere near combat.
Okay.
So she actually runs toward as close, so to get as close as she can. Well, she can't run. It's not her turn. Never mind.
No, don't worry. Don't
But
worry.
she moves even closer to the ship, and calls out to her beast. By the way, when does Fury go? On my turn?
Oh, yeah, on your turn. I'll say on your turn.
All right,
Yeah, after you, immediately
So,
after you. finish too.
so she's just gonna call out to Fury. I won't do it to you guys. Don't worry. I'm not gonna do it. Do the same.
I mean, you could.
No, you have to do it. You have to do it. You have to do it.
What's your roll for initiative?
Oh, I rolled a 30.
Great, absolutely.
Wouldn't it be crazy if after this there's like 5 dolphins just waiting outside? Yeah, you called, you asked for us.
Yeah.
That is the incapacitated Tasha's hideous laughter. At the end of each of its turns, it makes another wisdom saving throw. So it's prone and incapacitated. It's going to make a roll, which becomes, okay, it's an 11 again. Extraordinary. That is Radian's turn.
I cast Fireball.
So I'm going to say there are a few ways you can do this. You can choose to target Orc and a cluster. You can choose to target Orc and another cluster, or you can choose to target Captain and a cluster.
Dasha. Which one's your brother or relation or whatever, I don't know?
The Dragonborn.
Yeah.
Rather than the Orc.
Hey,
you think it might be
fair.
obvious.
Hey, I appreciate your open-mindedness.
Thank you so much. I don't see species. But I do see my family over there laughing.
Your family, you know those little things that people like wear when they go to like touristing at Niagara Falls? They've got these clear plastic ponchos on.
Yeah.
They're along for the ride. One of them is holding a guidebook. They've clearly been missold.
ride a real pirate ship. The full pirate experience.
I want no harm to come to my family.
So I'm going to use this dice tower.
Yeah. I'm using the dice tower on the.
What are you, for your damage, who are you targeting?
I'm getting the boy. I'm getting that boy.
Right,
the boy
so you're
you
getting
hate.
that boy, and I'm going to say you can also target the prone bunch.
Yeah.
We're going to make these deck saves with
Please make them.
disadvantage. Whoa, that's good because they rolled a nat 20, which becomes. Why don't you roll the damage, and I'll figure this out. That
Okay.
becomes a 14, and then the captain, who is a dexterous boy. A sensible use of our resources. So the group fail, the cluster of pirates fail, and the captain passes with a dirty 20. I assume.
Can you roll it again? So he fails.
No, I don't think I can do that for you, honey.
It would be so cool if he did. You know.
Yeah.
The boat is made of wood, right?
Oh yeah, it's made of wood. Very
Yeah,
good.
just
Good
don't-
call, good catch. Excellent. I'll do some HP.
It's
tracking
damp
for
wood. It's a 20. It's 29.
a 29. Right. So that is a full 29 to that cluster, which already looks bad. In fact, I'm going to say what you do with 29 is you. One of them just kind of not spontaneously. You've done it. It's entirely your fault. Bursts into flames, throws itself off the side.
That was spontaneous. I didn't expect that to happen.
My goodness, who knew? And another one of them looks really extremely hurt.
Who did this? Who set them on fire? It's so spontaneous.
And they laugh through every second.
That goes there, and that is your turn. We're going to move on to the grappling people who have tried to, who have been attacked by Dolly and Indelian. They're not looking great either, but they are going to use their action to try and throw a grappling hook. It was a great use of their action. They got an 8. What you see is this grappling hook well overshoots the runway, straight across the deck, and I'm going to say that grappling hook is gone. That is Kelnis's turn.
Let's go.
I'm going to cast Call Lightning on the orc and his band.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
So it's full lightning on an area. Is it area of
Area of
effect?
effect,
What's
so-
the area?
5 feet? I believe it is.
If it's
Don't
5
look at
feet.
me like that, Harry.
If it's then they are not 5. They are not within 5 feet. I'm afraid. You can call it on the orc, certainly.
Okay.
What does he need? Dex save.
Deck save, 16.
He rolls a 19 on the die, becomes a 23. So he'll take half.
Half damage? Yeah.
Yep.
I can't
Don't worry, we've got loads of time, Doug.
Got it.
It's late. They've had a big day, but no, we'll wait for you. Don't worry about it.
That's 11, 21, 33.
33, which becomes a 16.
Oh, wait.
Nice.
You just roll an 11 on a d10.
I think we'll go with it. That's Dasha, that's your turn.
Excellent. So,
I'm playing my A game here.
He's very good. To be fair to Doug, we've only been playing every month for 2 years.
it's American math. It's fine.
Yeah, that's math, not
Taking
math.
the S from maths.
Yes,
Doug
exactly.
Cockle.
Exactly. I would love for these two things to happen simultaneously if it's possible, since we both go on the same turn.
Yeah.
And since I called out to Fury. So I would like for Fury to head to the boat and ram it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's what Fury is going to be
Right.
doing.
I'll tell you what I'll do for that. I'll see if I will.
So, yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Fury has amazing stats. I don't know what you tell me.
What I was going to suggest is I was going to have everyone on that boat roll dexterity saving throws
Love
or be
that
knocked
story.
prone. So let's do it for there's one group of pirates is already prone. Let's go for the other 3. That's a 2. That's a 2 and a 9 and a 15. Any of those pass?
I don't know what am I?
Just do it against your spell save DC. Let's call it.
Spell save. Get up, spells.
Oh,
There it
so
is.
one
Okay,
passes
okay.
and 2 fail.
Correct.
So let's say they are now prone.
Thank you.
Go
Why is
ahead.
everyone lying down?
And I'm also going to do that for the. I'm going to do that. Oh, the captain gets knocked prone as well. Red Crowley gets knocked prone, and let's see what the big orc does. The big orc is a serious player. We're not messing about with the big orc. It's a 19 on the die. It's 20.
How close is the orc to the captain?
I will say they're 15 feet from each other.
Okay.
And they're close friends as well.
Yeah,
they get on.
They've been
emotionally and physically.
Well, they've been on the sea for a while.
A look passes between them as the captain falls, which speaks to a deep connection and a shared relishing of adventure.
He says, "Kiss me, Hardy."
Kiss me.
So while that is happening, the crackling energy that you felt around her, you start to see sparks come off of her back, and 2 wings of lightning sprout from her back as she uses draconic flight.
Oh my
Amazing.
gosh.
I love it so much.
So she's going to fly in the direction of Copper Boy, Red Crowley.
Yeah.
And as she does, "You took everything from us! Now I'll take it from you!" And she is going to use her breath weapon as her first attack.
Oh! Don't mind it. What does he roll? A dexterity save or con save?
Yes, he rolls a 12. Bummer. It's a 12 dex save, but I would, if you would allow me, because it's a
cone.
A cone.
Yeah. 15 feet. Is it a 15-foot cone? Holy hell.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have them both roll.
Thank you.
Okay, so Crowley rolls a 3, which becomes an. What does he have? Which becomes a 12.
Meets it beats it.
He's a high boy.
All right. But he still has to take half damage.
And then.
No, because he's fucking resistant.
Samson, this guy's called Samson. He's actually called Clay Samson. It's a real good name. I'm proud of it. I didn't want the orc to die without being named. Thank you so much. Clay Samson is a damn good name for a first mate. He rolls a 14, so he's also going to take half.
Okay.
What is that damage? Quel damage?
Quel damage.
Oh no!
We have to work on it.
She's falling apart.
That is 11.
11. Okay, so it's halved to 5 for Clay, and I'm afraid it is going to be halved again for Red, down
Okay,
to 2.
she's just angry and making poor decisions, but that's okay. She looks really cool while she's doing it.
You know what? You've breathed some pretty impressive stuff.
Also, boat is made of wood. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's her first attack. With her second attack, if you will allow it, I would like her to essentially land, like coming down with her scimitar at
Red. Roll me an attack with advantage.
Come on, baby.
Oh, he's prone. You already have advantage.
Right, knock that over. What does that say? 8. Nope. Natural 20.
Whoa! Save it for when it matters. Save it for when it matters.
And at the perfect time.
Yeah. So roll 2d6.
That's 8 plus my 4 damage on each one of them, or just one?
Yeah, we'll take it on both. Why not?
Okay, so that
well,
is...
the rules is why not, but it doesn't really matter.
16 plus, it has the nick property.
Yeah.
Which means I can make it part of the attack action instead of the bonus action. Make this extra attack only once per turn so I can make one more attack.
Oh, you can do it. Why the hell not? You have advantage on the roll again. He's still prone, and now he's just in pain, which is a tough
Natural 20.
And now we feast.
Yeah. And plus 8 to it.
That's 8 plus 16.
That's yet more.
32.
16. Okay, he started. he doesn't look happy about it. He really doesn't look happy about it. He said, and as he looks at you, can everyone roll me? Everyone who isn't Dasha, roll me perception checks. Just see whether or not you hear this.
12.
12.
19.
19. Hears it.
14.
Hears it.
16.
Hears it.
Gentleman's 10.
Gentleman's 10 does not. You hear through gritted teeth, Red says, "Grandfather would be terribly disappointed in you." That is...
I then say, "You know my grandfather."
Your grandfather waves from the bow of the ship. Somehow he has his clear plastic poncho on backwards. No one knows why. He's too far gone for anyone to help. That is Clay's turn. It's the orc. You've moved into his realm, Dasha, and you have hurt his friend, and he is going to make a longsword attack at you, which is a 12, which becomes an 18 because he's wielding this two-handed, full of rage, full of Kiss Me Hardy style companionship and love and respect for a man he admires. That's 11 slashing damage.
Okay.
He's going to take a second attack at you, actually.
Okay.
That's a dirty 20 to hit. And that is 17 slashing damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
That is his turn. I'm going to say that one of the other clusters of pirates that's on the other side is just going to spend its turn standing up. You've knocked it prone. The other, because they're very Keystone Cops, they're all sort of standing up and helping each other, and they keep falling over. We're on a boat. Then we are going to have the other one that is going to shoot a hand crossbow. Who's done bad stuff to them? Someone cast their shatter. So let's roll a hand crossbow at Dolly. That's not going to do it. I'm assuming your armor class is higher than 9?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, well then don't worry about that. We go back to the top of the order. That is I's turn.
I would like to hide in the nest.
A gentleman's hide.
The gentleman's hide, and thanks to my reliable talent, that is a 21.
Thank you very much.
I would like to peer back over, and I see the group that were lying on the floor laughing. I think that's quite pitiful, and instead I take a shot at the orc.
Oh, very nice, okay.
That is a 28.
And I will say, even if you weren't hiding, you have sneak attack on this because Dasha has to be within 5 feet because she just got hit by a big old longsword. That is a 28. You know what that does hit? That does hit.
Okay, so that is for the attack is a 15.
Okay. Yeah.
And then, no, it's not.
Cheat! He cheated, and I don't like him anymore.
13. 13, and then for the sneak attack, that is an extra 10.
An extra 10. Great. Lovely. He doesn't. By the time he's looked up, what you see, Dasha, is that this bolt flies from nowhere. And by the time you look up, you realize it's already embedded itself in this great orc's shoulder, and he drops briefly to a knee before standing and snapping it off. I don't know, probably didn't. But Boromir never really snapped him off, did he? Bless him. Let's not invoke Sean Bean's death. We'll be here all night. And he kind of stands up, but he looks like that was more of a body blow than he was anticipating. That is Dolly's turn. You have a prone laughing group. You have a group that you've already attacked. You have another prone group on the far side, and you have a fully healthy one that shot a crossbow at you, although only one, despite the fact there are 4 people in it, because I haven't really thought these mechanics through. And then you have your orc, and you have your captain.
Well, I've been staring at this melee combat that's been going on between these 2 Dragonborn and just staring open-mouthed in awe of Dasha and how amazing she is. So I'm going to look at the other Dragonborn and be like, her hat is way cooler than yours. Cast Dissonant Whispers.
Amazing. What do they need to do?
That's a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. He's many things, but that's a nat 1.
Yeah. So that's 5d6 damage.
5d6.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Cool.
Damage, may I borrow?
Quel damage.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. That is 18.
18. Okay. You say it's all right. Really, really quite bad. No. For him, he's having a terrible time. I wouldn't attack a player. These ships, I should say, are now 20 feet apart. They're moving closer 20 feet by round. So by the time we get to the start of the next round, you will be able to hop across without anything, should you so choose to do. That is, unless there's anything else you would like to
No, I'm just going to look at Dasha and be like, your hat really is cool, and cast Bardic Inspiration.
Lovely. Bardic Inspiration. And Alien.
So I'd need to wait to the next round to get over there.
You probably do. And I'm trying to figure out if I think you could jump 20 feet. I'll tell you what I will let you do if you want to be a bit dumb, is if you want to climb the rigging and try and jump from a height, I'll let you make an athletics check to see if you can get there.
Dude, it's cool.
All right, yeah.
Yes. Don't roll badly, you might drown.
Well, I roll with advantage anyway, because I
Yeah.
roll my athletics checks. So that is actually going to be plus my acrobatics, or what was it? Athletics?
Athletics.
Okay, it's a 26.
Okay, yeah, cool. I will say that gets you across.
I'd want to hope so.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. It was a DC 27. You are dead forever. That is.
I don't know why I
yeah.
thought wearing armor in the sea would be a good idea.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna take that as your. I'm gonna take that because I'm feeling super generous as your bonus action, and you have a full action left.
Who is within melee range
You
of me?
tell me who you want to land near with a 26.
You know, I'm.
You attack Dasher.
I attack Radian's grandfather.
Not my grandfather.
Anyone but my
unseam
grandfather.
him almost immediately.
Not Grandpapa, no.
He was the best of us.
I'm going to join the Dragonborns.
Mm-hmm. Great. In that case, you can take an attack. You can take an attack with advantage. This guy's still prone.
I rolled 2 18s before I even add anything to it.
Hits,
Yeah,
hits,
it
that'll hit.
hits. So that will be. That one hits for 8.
8. Yep.
And I'll roll. Oh, I'll roll that again with advantage. That comes out to like a 25.
Hits.
Oh, and that only hits for 7.
Okay, that's fine.
And then I will use the nick property on my dagger, and I will.
Okay, cool. I forgot you could do that.
And that is a 25.
Okay.
And that hits for 10.
Woof. Red and you have shared better Christmases than this. That is, in fact, his turn. He's going to spend half of his movement standing up, and he looks at you, Dash, and he says, well. It appears you have quite powerful friends. And he is going to, first of all, he's going to use a bonus action. And he is going to cast Hex on you, Dasher. He can do this once a day.
I cast Counterspell.
Ooh. Okay, so he has to make a Constitution saving throw against your spell save.
15, yeah.
Maybe she'll look at you now.
That is a 24, baby.
And that is successful. I cast Counterspell, but no one sees that I cast it. And they're like, so I'm like, oh, no, it didn't happen. Oh, sorry. You don't look at me. Don't look at me. Turn away.
And he is going to...
What does Hex do?
Hex, he means he adds some necrotic damage to you, and he is going to impose disadvantage on all of your dexterity checks, including your attacks.
Okay.
He has to maintain concentration on it, I will say that. And then he is going to use that opportunity to just take... he's going to take 2 slashes at Dasha, and then he's going to take a slash at Indelian. The one for Indelian is a 17, and the one for Dasha, they are both 24.
Oof, okay.
So I will roll, we'll just take the same damage for all of them, which is...
It's too many dice.
That is 10 damage per attack for all three of you.
And just before it hits, because I'm up there with Dasher, I'll be like, look, we might not be getting on, but she's mine to fight with, not yours, and I intercept.
Ooh, so you intercept on one of those attacks.
On one of those attacks, so that will be a D10.
So you reduce the damage by a D10.
And I reduce it by 17.
Oh no, D10?
A 10 plus my level.
Louise, that's absolutely absurd. You take 3
Actually, no, sorry, it's proficiency, so it would be 13, so I'd nullify one of them anyway.
Okay, so you take 7 damage rather than 20.
Hey, I'll say this for Indelian. They might fight. She's still a girl's girl.
That is the still incapacitated, laughing bunch of people.
13.
That's a 12. This is ridiculous. That's Radian's turn.
I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw for the gentleman who has been slashing around all the ladies.
I need to decode that for me.
Dragonborn wisdom saving throw.
Dragonborn wisdom saving.
What a way to get to the word dragonborn.
That's a 15, darling.
Meets it, beats it. You see nothing. It's fine. Ignore me. Everyone, no one look at me. Everyone look away.
No one has been. That's been the problem.
Radian, is you going to do anything?
No, I'm good.
at any
I'm good.
point?
I'm over here. Don't worry about it.
Oh, look, says your granddad.
I did nothing.
That is this prone group that Dolly and Elowin have been attacking. They're going to stand up. There's only really one of them left. They're going to take a shot at Endelian. That's a nat 20.
Boo.
Boo. Boo.
Silvery barbs. Girls, girl.
Cool, fine. That is a 17 total.
Cool.
Hits but doesn't crit.
Better than a crit.
Which makes it 7 piercing damage.
And I'm going to give that advantage to Endelian's next.
Thank you.
Okay. That is Kelnis's turn.
Right. Well, I've been watching Dasha do her thing.
Yeah.
Right. And Kel just watches this amazing flight and attack, and he says, "That is so fucking hot."
Wow.
And then, from his back emerges these two wonderful golden fiery wings, and he rises into the air, and he casts primal savagery, and he swoops down upon the orc, and with these poison claws just rips into him.
Make an attack for me.
Love that.
Nice.
That's a 17.
Hits, yeah, hits.
Go on. Go on. That's 2d10, 2d10, 2d10. Look, they're
I'd say I trust you, but I truly don't.
That's 17 damage.
17
Yeah, baby.
damage. Yo, this
Come
orc is
on.
looking hurt, man. This orc is not looking good. At this, I'm going to say they're getting into a kind of tricky scenario. And you hear, Dasha, it's your turn, but before you take your turn, you hear Red shout to his crew, and he says,
Where's the scaly one? Where's the kobold?
that is your turn.
Okay. Fury is gonna bash the boat again.
Yep. Everyone who is not already prone, which is Clay and Red and... Ooh, okay, yeah, so that's all of them apart from that one. Red is not prone. Clay is not prone. The other two are. So the rest of the little pirate groupies, not like that, are prone. Great.
So Red and the orc are up.
Red and the orc are up. Everyone else is prone.
Okay. Then in addition to that, she's gonna use her movement to get back up in the air because she still has her wings on.
Yep.
Get back up in the air, and this time she's gonna wave her hands around until you start to see water appearing in the air, and cast water bullet down directly on the two of them because they're close together.
Yeah,
correct?
absolutely.
May I do that without hitting L?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's marvelous. Why the
Okay.
hell not?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, roll me an Arcana check. Roll me an Arcana check. Let's put some rolls into this. Roll me an Arcana check. Let's call it a DC 15.
Okay, good. 19 plus.
Yeah,
yes.
why not? Why not? Let's pretend you're a sorcerer with careful spell.
Right.
Go ahead.
So, water bullet is 5d6. So we're just gonna do
Any saves involved?
it's a attack.
It's an attack.
You guys, I have never played D&D before. Just kidding. I don't know if you know this about me, but I really don't know how to play this game. Oh, thank you, baby!
Love it. So that's the help
Thank you
action,
for the
right?
bardic inspiration,
Yeah.
which actually she did give me, so I'm going to add that to this because otherwise it would just be a 16, which I
bardic.
believe misses our boy. So that is going to be a 21.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you remember to use bardic inspiration.
It's so useful.
So
We are
And
32
silvery
eps
bardic
in. I believe we've used it
inspiration.
3 times.
All right. And then 5d6 is, oh God. is 14 plus, that's not readable. Where did it go? God damn, too many dice.
So many dice.
14 plus 4 is 18. Is that right?
Okay.
That's so sad.
You slam these water bullets into the orc and into your family member. Red is almost down.
Damn it.
I'll tell you who is down, though, and that's the orc.
Yeah. Now, question. I have 2 attacks. I do not know if that means...
No, that spell would be your turn.
Okay, gotcha.
We move on to this prone group. They're going to have a shot at Endelion. There are 2 of them left, so that is 9 piercing damage. The other one is going to have a shot at Radian for fun, and that is 8 piercing damage. We go back to the top of the order I. You can see that this captain looks hurt.
Is he within 5 feet?
He's within 5 feet. Yeah. Yes.
Was that an...
Yeah, he's within 5 feet of Fury.
So I hears what the captain says and appears over the top and goes,
I is right here.
and takes a shot with his crossbow. He's within 5 feet. Oh, okay, so that's a 27.
Roll that damage quickly, boy.
That's a 6, plus that's 12.
I finish him.
The captain opens his mouth as if to give some witty retort, and before he even has a chance to say anything, a bolt goes straight in his mouth and out the back of his neck. And as it happens, I reaches into his pocket, says, "Radian, a radian," pulls out an oyster, throws it down, and goes, "Woof."
At this, the rest of the pirates are not having any of this. They jump overboard. They're just trying to, they don't want to be here. And you hear a noise from below, like a slamming on a grate. And you look down into this grate, and you see a tied-up tiefling, Dario. You see a human. You see an elf. You see a dwarf. You see a gnome. You see a halfling. You see a dragonborn. You see everything but a kobold. And looking up at you with horror in his eyes is the thumb.
I think there's been a terrible misunderstanding.
He's got like a syringe. It looks like he's removing blood from these creatures.
I'd like you to make a wisdom saving throw on the thumb.
Nat 1.
I cast polymorph on him. And I turn him into a thumb.
You see, you watch as this thumb becomes a smaller thumb, smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, until it is so small it slips through the gaps in the beams that hold this ship together, and you hear a distinct plop as right down to the bottom of the briny drink goes Palmerston, the thumb, and that's where we'll end our session. Thank you very much, everybody. Angeli Bamani, everybody! Angeli! We've been Natural Six. Thank you so much for coming. Enjoy the rest of PAX.